got to say it like that.
Oh, we're starting with Chappie?
Chappie, yeah.
I think we save him for last.
No, man, no. You know what? Chappie made us wait, but we ain't going to make Chappie wait.
All right.
This is Neil Blomkamp, man. Neil Blomkamp, who brought us District 9.
Neil Blomkamp, who brought us Elysium.
And then he brought us Elysium. People like, and here's the deal, man. I'm not the biggest fan of Elysium. Even he had to come out and say, you know, sometimes it takes a couple of years to sink in. But he came out and used these words. He said, yeah, I fucked up.
Did he really say that?
Yeah. I thought that was a little extreme. But,
wow.
But
respect.
Yeah. So here's the deal. You give somebody a little sophomore slump.
Sure.
District 9 is one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then he's talking about making that Alien film, man.
I know.
And so I look at Chappie and I said, this is Chappie looks promising, and I want it to be good, because if that's good, then I know he's got the chops for Alien.
Mm-hmm.
With Chappie started out as a military robot. He was a droid that was serving on the police force of Johannesburg. They were relieving the humans and having the robots go out there and do the job. They were indestructible. They could work over hours, and they didn't ask for extra pay.
No, it's like RoboCop 2.
And you know what? And they shot everybody as much as they would shoot black people here in America. You know, they were kind of colorblind. They saw everything in infrared. So. And they needed it too, because Johannesburg, they talked about how crime was crazy, like about 300 murders a day or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much Mad Max.
Yeah, it is. That's what we got right here. Now, one robot that was always going out, Robot 22, was always the one getting in trouble, always coming back with the most damage, and 22 actually messed with the wrong group of people one day. A few gangsters that said, you know something? If we actually get one of those robots. And the gangsters played by Die Antwoord, yes, the South African rap group.
Both of those people they're a rap group?
Yeah, they're a rap group.
Okay.
And they said, you know what, we owe a big gangster here in Johannesburg money. But they say this is a job that no human can do. Now, if we can actually get one of these robots to help pull a heist for us and to go out there and carjack people amongst other crimes, we can get that money easy. The only problem is when Chappie becomes sentient, he's like a child, and his actual creator, who was the one that was doing the whole experiment with artificial intelligence, he's afraid that Chappie, just like a father would his own kid, is going to be taught the wrong things. And if he's taught the wrong things, then it's bad for this project and any sentient artificial life that comes after that. With this right here, man, it sounds like a great premise.
I like the premise up until you got to the second half of describing it.
Thing is, it's hard, Martin. It's hard bringing up a child, even if it's a robot, because that's the thing. If I was on the tourist board of South Africa, I would tell Neil Blomkamp, look, don't you make another fucking movie like this.
Exactly.
We just got out of apartheid. Don't know, you were scaring people away from coming to South Africa.
After all those years of apartheid, you tell people that we got aliens walking around and crime so rampant that we got to have RoboCop.
There's some people right now who think that District 9 is actually a documentary.
Right.
You're just making you're making South Africa look like the apocalypse now. You're making it look like everywhere in South Africa is run by a Mad Max villain. See, that's a boss out of a video game right there.
That's exactly what I thought the whole time.
That motherfucker's out of Street Fighter.
He's straight out of a video game, a boss character, and one of those bosses that can't be killed like all the other henchmen.
No. If Michael Shannon on steroids was the boss at the end of a video game, it'd be that motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Hey, look through this. The boat. Come on. Open the back. Right!
We can't get a clear shot. Touching down. Moving out.
And I'm showing this because you can see how well the special effects blend in with the action. That's one of the great things about the movie. I think it's a hybrid of CG and practical effects. As I said, they want to get this robot in here so they can pull off a heist. So he's teaching him all the bad shit, not teaching him not one intelligent thing.
No.
Teaching him gangsterism 101.
Chappie, if you want to be in the gang, you have to be cool like Daddy. Look at Daddy walk. Look how cool he is. You need to keep a gangster.
You need to keep a gangster.
Yeah, you need to be cool.
Don't laugh, I'm being cool.
Cool. Even when you pull a gun, you have to be cool like this. Boom! Now you try.
No, I can't shoot people.
What?
After a while, Chappie got on my fucking nerves, man.
Well, Chappie's a bitch.
Chappie's a brat. Chappie's a bitch. Chappie's a spoiled teenager.
Yep.
And it doesn't help that he got that voice like this. I mean, maybe if he sound like a goddamn man, maybe I could take that shit. But as a part in the movie, he actually tells Dev Patel, like his real father, he likes his old drunk alcoholic,
right?
White rapping, Diane Antwoord's stepfather, abusive stepfather. But when his real father comes in and says, Chappie, be good. Chappie, why aren't you talking to me? I heard about you. My dad really told me about you. I hate you. I don't want to talk. I hate you. Yeah. It was like, shut the fuck up, Chappie.
Yeah.
You the baddest motherfucker out there. You acting like a hoe right now. Fuck you, man.
The whole time.
Yeah.
It gets on your nerves.
It really does get on your nerves. And I really felt for Chappie in the beginning. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. There are moments in the movie where there's moments of cruelty towards this machine when you can't help but feel sorry for him. It's like, you're getting on my nerves, but you didn't deserve that.
Well, it is one of these things where, like, any kind of creature crying out in pain, even when it's a machine that has no pain receptors and should not be acting like that, even still, it still gets through even the hardest crust that you kind of like, all right.
Martin, the pain was here in his little robo heart, man. Chappie feels things too, I like him more than everybody else in the movie, but everybody else in the movie is a flat character. That's Dave Patel, right?
Dev Patel.
Dev Patel. Dev Patel, as the scientist that creates Chappie, he's just a bitch. He spends the whole movie either getting pushed around and coming back and slamming on the table because, gosh darn it, I'm too weak to do anything, or he's spending the time like trying to convince people that Chappie is this great thing, but he's too much of a wuss to really push that forward. You know what I mean?
And he's too much of a dumbass, too.
Your characters are bad, all of them. As I said, Dev Patel, he plays your typical nerdy scientist. The gangsters, they're not likable at all. You think they're gangsters with a heart? No. The only one who's really cool is the Yolandi from Diane Antwoord. But those two other gangsters that you saw, Ninja and that Mexican dude, like they're punks. I was watching this whole movie and I want to beat the fuck out of both of them.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? There's a part in here where Dev Patel gets a gun. I said, if you walked in a room and shot both those motherfuckers in cold blood, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Sure.
I wouldn't have, because they get him, they slap him around, they beat him down.
They almost kill him.
And they almost kill him. And then they want us to feel sympathy for these people later on. No, that's not how you do this shit right here. Like, and Diane Antwoord, they're not the best actors, but they carry their own okay. But the worst person in the movie to me was Hugh Jackman.
Man, the way I told you this the other day, I was like, man, I know everybody's excited about Chappie, but I saw a longer trailer and the dialogue seems kind of bad to me. And most of what that bad dialogue I saw was coming out of Hugh Jackman's mouth, and I felt sorry for him because, like, man, this is a guy who's proven himself. He's better than this material.
Look, you hurting his feelings right now. He's like, oh.
I mean, they stick him with that with that awful mullet. And then I was just like, the shit is coming out of his mouth. I'm like, so you're just going to write him to be just straight up evil, not even no subtlety?
That's the problem. Hugh Jackman comes in, and he's like, I'm bad. Why you bad? Because my mullet says so. And I got to go, and I got a beard. That's been a consistent thing through Neil Blomkamp's movies. I've let it pass. We saw that evil military guy in District 9.
Yep.
We saw Charlton Copley play that himself in Elysium.
It makes me feel like I need to go back and rewatch District 9, but I don't want to because I have big fond memories of that movie.
Now you're scared.
I'm scared.
In Elysium, one of the things that I can say is that Matt Damon was kind of dull. Jodie Foster was bad.
Yeah.
These people have bad dialogue, and it makes them bad actors. You get Hugh Jackman, who's a fucking cartoon in this.
Yep.
And then you get Sigourney Weaver. And look, I can actually sum up Sigourney Weaver's acting method in one line right here. No. I was like, you fucking kidding me? That was was that Sigourney Weaver?
I told him no.
That's a lot worse than just failing to work. So let's use this situation to make a certain other robot shine.
Do it. Thank you, ma'am. Destroy that robot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Burn it to ash.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Cut. All right. All right. Okay. How was that? Because I just wanted to do a run through on it, so now we can do the real one this time. Oh no, mate, we're good.
Yeah, I thought we were rehearsing.
No.
Oh, you mean you gonna print? No, come back. Don't run with that. Be for real.
My career.
Can you? I mean, that's. Do you remember that girl in high school who couldn't do her lines when they tell her to act mad and she would, okay. You know, I was like, wow, that's Sigourney Weaver, people, right there. And you know she can act. Dev Patel comes into the room to Sigourney Weaver and he tells her, hey, I just created artificial life, the greatest thing you've ever seen. You know we don't do that at this company, so that's okay.
I know, right?
I fucking created life. She's like, that's all right.
Yeah,
you know,
insurance and paperwork.
We're not interested. I'm like, what? I was writing this down when I was in the fucking theater. You know, and the other thing is that, we're going to take this robot and we're going to make him the biggest gangster in the world. You know, that's your plan for a fucking robot? That's your deal right there?
A robot that's scared of everything.
Yeah.
Somehow he's going to be the biggest. Like, I thought even at a point, even they would go like, all right, this is not working out. Nope. Full speed ahead.
No. And Martin's right. These are guys who don't know what to do with this robot, but they happen to have spare parts lying around. And when the robot falls apart, they just know how to pick it up and just snap it back on. Yeah. And they cheated, by the way. They fucking cheated on that because there's a part where Hugh Jackman, he captures Chappie and he says, come here, you fuck, I'm gonna saw your arm off. I'm a sadistic motherfucker. And Chappie like, no. It's severed right there. I mean, he worked to chop that arm off with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
It goes back to the gangsters. The Mexican come up here. Now, this is where it gets racist to me. I know I'm kind of joking, but you know, they treat this shit like a Mexican chop
shop.
shop.
To do this back in East LA. Cooking some hydraulics.
Yeah, hey, Holmes, this is just like a car, man. You know, it's nothing. You know, they fucking just take his arm off.
Like Legos.
Pick another one and just snap that motherfucker right back in. And it's like, and they say, is it working? Like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. It's like, if it was easy to like take apart and snap those robots like that, wouldn't you just push one on the wall and they just shatter?
Oh, of course.
You know, it doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
There's one more thing that you left out.
What's up?
This whole time, Hugh Jackman's motivation is, forget those robots. I developed a moose, which is like an Ed 209 from RoboCop. And we can get those out of the way. You can put mine out there because it's going to show you. It's going to be better than those. And when it finally does, it's not a cop robot. It's a murder machine.
Yeah.
It does nothing but murder people.
Oh, yeah. This thing, and really, that's what it is. It's Hugh Jackman playing the sadistic military guy. He didn't want that to uphold the law.
No.
He got that and he's like, come here, you motherfucker. He started ripping people apart. Yeah, you fucking son of a bitch. Come here. Like he was playing, like he was that kid Sid in Toy Story playing with dolls.
Yeah.
Come here, you motherfucker. And Martin's right. This is nothing but an Ed 209 right here. This is reverse RoboCop. This is and what I mean by this is reverse RoboCop because with RoboCop, you took a man and then he got killed and then you turned him into a cold-blooded machine. Now with Chappie, you take a cold-blooded machine and you're turning him into a human being. And I mentioned RoboCop because they are ripping RoboCop off left and right in this. That moose machine that you saw, that's fucking Ed 209.
Yep.
Right down to the storyline. I want to get this guy's robots off the street so I can bring my robot on the street.
Yeah.
You know, some old petty shit.
Right.
You know? So, man, I'd be like, man, we work for the fucking same company. I think we'll all be happy in this achievement.
Right.
Everybody's check got bigger because, you know, I succeeded. You succeeded in that. He's like, no, man. And it's really a scene where Hugh Jackman comes in, yeah, how come you ain't using my robot? I just spent all my time working on it. That's one part where I like Sigourney Weaver. You get the fuck out of here with that one. Shut the fuck up.
The big disappointment in this is that from that first trailer, everybody watched it and thought, wow, Neil Blomkamp plus the debate on AI and when does it become a living creature? This will be really interesting. And Chappie, why are they being so mean to him? You just knew you're gonna go see this movie. It's gonna tug on your heartstrings. And you think about it. It give you that Iron Giant / ET feeling.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
No.
When I think about what I saw when I first saw the trailer, I'm extremely disappointed. A lot of wasted effort and a lot of Neil Blomkamp showing that, you know, he's only got 2 or 3 tricks that he does over and over. I mean, just technically how great that is, and Sharlto Copley's, his mocap.
Yeah.
So that's enough for me that's enough to save it from going to some old bullshit. Because every time I think about the ending, and I mean how long it took to get to the ending, and what the ending was.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it was pushing it. It was knocking on the door, some old bullshit. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a low rental.
Low rental, and you know what? I'm gonna go the high, a little higher than you, and I'm gonna give this a good rental. I mean, I think it's good to watch when you're not sitting there having to put up with all the other bullshit that's in the middle of the movie. Like I said, I don't know, man. And I'm like you, Martin. I'm scared to go back and look at District 9. I saw that movie once,
Right?
and it's one of my favorite movies. But I saw it once.
Yeah.
I had this whole thing where I don't like to go to funerals because I don't like to see people in the casket because I want to remember them just the way I saw them when they were alive. I do not want to see District 9 dead to me now.
Right.
So I'm just going to stay the fuck away from that to your next movie, man. Until I feel like it's safe to come back in.